Hello, and welcome to Safe Baling with International, your video guide to the safe, efficient operation of International's IVB series vertical baler. Before we begin, please keep in mind that this video is designed strictly as a guide and is not intended to replace the operation and service manual. In fact, baler operation should not proceed until that manual has been read and understood. To ensure ease of use, the IVB series vertical baler is designed for semi-automatic operation. However, the same power that enables it to effectively bale scrap cardboard can also prove hazardous, even fatal, when proper procedures are not followed. Whenever uncertainty exists regarding an operational or safety issue, it is always best to read any decals that are posted and consult the operator's manual. Both sources will identify the potential hazard and advise you as to proper operation. 3 types of safety decals can be found on the IVB series baler. Danger decals, which identify situations that will lead to serious or fatal injury. Warning decals, which identify the potential for serious injury or death. And caution decals, which warn of the potential for personal injury, damage to equipment, or both. Heeding the warnings posted on these decals can minimize the risk of danger. Before machine startup, consult the operational checklists found in the Operation and Service Manual. The items found on this list can help further reduce the risk of injury or damage during baler operation. Doing so can identify potential problems, help spot possible hydraulic fluid leaks, and so on. This visual inspection can also be useful for separation of any material which is not part of your store's recycling program. This can include plastics, wood, glass, and metal. Make certain that the following are present prior to startup. The red power indicator light located on the control panel and marked Power On is lit. The press head or hydraulic ram is in the up position, and the bale door is closed and latched. A firm turn of the door lock hand wheel will ensure that the bale door is closed. To begin the baling operation, make certain that the boxes to be baled are empty and place them into the baler. Boxes should be placed toward the back and sides of the chamber, keeping the feed door free of any obstruction. The baler will not operate with material protruding from the baler and interfering with the closing of the feed door. For large volumes of boxes, avoid overpacking the baling chamber for a single cycle, and instead run 2 separate baling cycles. Doing so will ultimately prove faster. Slowly close the feed door. Lowering the door slowly allows time for the operator or anyone else to move their hands from the door's downward path. Next, walk to the rear of the baler and check to make certain the bale ejector hook is disengaged from the back of the press head. On the control panel, make certain once again that the red power indicator light is lit and push the down button. Hold in the down button until you hear the motor start. This slight delay is a safety feature. The sound of the motor and the press head as it begins its downstroke are indicators that the baler's compression cycle has begun. The baler, because it is designed for semi-automatic operation, will compress the material, pause, reverse to its uppermost position, and turn itself off. Continue repeating this process, adding cardboard to the bale chamber, closing the feed door, and pressing the down button until the press head stops in the down position and the green bale complete light is lit. For emergency situations demanding immediate baler shutoff, simply push the red emergency stop button located on the side of the control panel. The button is designed to lock in the stop position. To resume operation, pull the button back out from the stop position and proceed. IVB series balers are designed to start a compression cycle only when the baler is fully ready. For example, the unit will not operate with the gate improperly seated at the top of the bale door or the bale door itself partially open. If the appropriate control panel lights are not lit, indicating an open door or gate, check the gate and the door lock hand wheel. Only when the green gate closed and door closed lights are lit will the unit resume operation. Attempting to open the safety gate during the compression cycle will also automatically shut the machine down. Prior to opening the bale door, be certain the area is clear enough to allow for discharge of the bale. Open the bale door by rotating the hand wheel until the door lock releases the bale door. Once the door is released, swing it well out of the way, making certain to avoid the pointed dogs attached to the inside of the door. Used to hold the material in place while the bale is being formed, they could cause injury. Using looped tying wire, insert 4 to 6 wires, looped end first, through the slots visible on the floor of the baling chamber. Smaller baled material may need additional wires to ensure that pieces of material will not slip from the finished bale. Go to the rear of the machine and run the wires through the appropriate channels in the press head. The wires will wrap around the bale and exit again at the front of the baler. Run the sharp end of the wire through the loop end, fold over, and wrap it around itself several times, and tuck the end in to secure it. Once the bale is released from the baler, the baled material will expand and the wires will tighten. Repeat the process for each of the wires used. Once again, make certain that the bale door is open and free of the bale's path. At the rear of the machine, connect the bale ejection hook to the attachment piece mounted on the press head. Then position a pallet or forklift in front of the baling chamber to catch the bale as it is ejected. Press the up button on the control panel. This raises the press head, which in turn pulls up on the bale ejection plate. The bale is automatically ejected from the chamber and ready for removal. To resume baling, close the bale door and once again secure it by firmly turning the door lock hand wheel. Press the down button on the control panel to begin the compression cycle, which is used to disengage the bale ejection system. Check the back of the unit to make certain the bale ejection hook has been freed. The press head automatically returns to the up position, leaving the machine ready to resume baling. To review, we strongly urge all baler operators to read the operations and service manual before beginning initial baler operation. Recognize and heed the warnings of all decals present on the unit. Perform a site inspection and baler checklist prior to each baler operation. Separate and remove material not recognized as part